Virgo, September 28th, 2025 is not a normal day. It is a destiny checkpoint, a turning point written in the stars. On this date, a powerful portal of danger and miracle is opening. For some, it will bring endings. For others, it will bring beginnings so shocking that life will never be the same again. If you miss the signs, you risk losing 10 years of blessings. But if you recognize and act on them, you could unlock a future filled with love, wealth, and unstoppable power. The universe has chosen you for this test, Virgo, and the countdown has already begun. On September 28th, 4 shocking signs will appear in your path. They will not be random. They will be deliberate, precise, and each one will carry a hidden message about your soul's direction. These are not just events, they are prophecies disguised as challenges. But here's the danger. If you ignore even one, your destiny could freeze in place until 2033. The stakes are high, Virgo. Stay with me, because in the next 30 minutes, I will reveal the 4 shocking signs that will forever change the course of your life. Virgo, the first shocking sign of your destiny shift is betrayal. Around September 28th, the universe will reveal someone's true face, a person you trusted, leaned on, or even loved, suddenly showing you a side you were never meant to see before now. This moment will sting, it will confuse you, it may even break your heart. But it is no accident. This betrayal is not random cruelty. It is a cosmic unveiling, a spiritual mirror showing you the truth about who deserves to walk with you into your next season, and who does not. Think carefully, Virgo. Who in your life has been draining your energy, hiding secrets, or acting strangely? Maybe they avoid your victories, maybe they smile, but deep down you sense they are jealous. Maybe they listen, but never support. The universe is about to rip the mask off. But here's the twist. This betrayal is not sent to destroy you. It is sent to liberate you. The universe knows you cannot carry false weight into your breakthrough, and so it removes it, sometimes painfully, so you can walk lighter and faster toward your crown. Betrayal feels like a wound, but in truth, it is a surgical cut, removing what no longer serves you. Without this cut, the infection of false loyalty would spread, blocking your blessings. Picture this. A tree cannot grow tall if its roots are choked by weeds. Similarly, your destiny cannot flourish if your spirit is tangled with those who are secretly against you. September 28th is the moment the weeds are revealed. Now, Virgo, here's what makes this sign so powerful. The betrayal won't just come through words, it may come through silence. A friend who doesn't show up when you need them. A partner who chooses their comfort over your growth. A colleague who celebrates your failure louder than your success. These are not coincidences, they are messages. And the message is clear. Not everyone who walks with you is meant to rise with you. This is where the pain comes. You've invested time, love, and energy. You believed in them. You wanted them to be part of your future. But the universe says, no, their role in your story is complete. And Virgo, if you try to drag them into your next chapter, you'll only delay your blessings. But here's another twist. Sometimes the betrayal doesn't come from a person. Sometimes it comes from within. A part of you, fear, self-doubt, procrastination, that turns against your higher self. On September 28th, you may feel the shadow of your own habits rise up, tempting you to quit just before the miracle. That inner betrayal is just as dangerous as any external enemy. And yet, the message remains the same. The shadow always comes before the crown. Remember this, Virgo. Judas betrayed Jesus before resurrection. The darkest night came before the dawn. The crack in the cocoon comes before the butterfly. Your betrayal moment is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that you are at the edge of transformation. The universe allows this betrayal not to punish you, but to test your discernment. Will you cling to false attachments because of fear and comfort? Or will you release them, trusting that something greater is waiting beyond the pain? Virgo, the shadow of betrayal hurts because it exposes what you didn't want to see. But if you pass this test, you will unlock a wave of clarity. You will know exactly who belongs in your future. You will know which doors to close forever, and you will know which crown is meant for you. Here's the deeper prophecy. Every betrayal in your life is a sign that the universe is rearranging your relationships to align with your true calling. The ones who betray you are not being removed randomly. They are being removed strategically. Without them stepping aside, your crown would never fit. So, when the betrayal comes, don't waste energy fighting it. Don't beg them to stay. Don't explain your worth. Simply understand, this is the destiny. The false must collapse before the truth can rise. But let me warn you, Virgo, here's the twist the universe hides in plain sight. This betrayal may not look like betrayal at first. It may look like indifference, distance, or distraction. The person may not stab you directly. They may simply fade, drift, or show their true priorities. Don't ignore the subtle signs. The universe whispers before it roars. On September 28th, watch carefully. Who doesn't clap when you win? Who doesn't answer when you call? Who suddenly feels heavy instead of uplifting? These are your signals. And when it happens, remember, this is not the end. This is the beginning of freedom. Because once the shadow is revealed, your crown is closer than ever. Virgo, you are not being betrayed to be broken. You are being betrayed to be built. The pain you feel is the proof that a new destiny is awakening. And just like the phoenix, you must burn before you rise. The shadow will come. The mask will fall. And when it does, you will know beyond doubt, the universe is clearing the path for your crown of breakthrough. The shadow always comes before the crown, Virgo. The second shocking sign is the mirror test. Around September 28th, the universe will place before you a reflection, not of your face, but of your hidden fears, your unspoken doubts, and the path you must never allow yourself to walk. This is no ordinary mirror. It does not simply show you what you are. It shows you what you could become if you fail to awaken. It is a prophecy in disguise, a warning written not in stars, but in people, places, and moments around you. But here's the twist. What you see will not look like a prophecy at first. It will look like everyday life. You may encounter a friend who is trapped in the same toxic cycle they've repeated for years. You may see a stranger struggling with debt, weighed down by fear of survival. Or maybe you'll notice a coworker who has endless dreams but no action, watching opportunities slip away like sand between their fingers. Virgo, these encounters are not random. They are messages. They are living mirrors, and the universe is whispering, this is your possible future, unless you break free right now. The mirror test is one of the most powerful spiritual signs because it strips away illusion. You can no longer say, that could never be me. The moment you look into the mirror, you realize how close you are to repeating the same mistakes, falling into the same traps, or becoming stuck in the same cycles. And that's why it hurts. Because the mirror doesn't just reveal the world, it reveals you. Think about it, Virgo. Have you ever noticed that the things which irritate you most in others are often the very shadows you've hidden in yourself? The procrastinator who frustrates you reflects the times you delayed your own calling. The jealous friend who gossips about everyone reflects the envy you once carried in silence. The person who never moves forward reflects the fear of failure buried deep in your chest. The mirror of destiny is the universe's way of saying, look closely. This is what you are capable of becoming if you ignore the signs. But here's the beauty hidden inside the pain. The mirror is not sent to trap you. It is sent to free you. When you see someone else's downfall, you are being given the chance to course correct before it's too late. It is like watching a storm hit a house down the street. You are meant to prepare your own home before the winds reach your door. On September 28th, this mirror may feel like a confrontation with destiny itself. You might see someone lose everything they built, and deep down, fear the same for yourself. You might see someone give up on love, and fear that you too could end up alone. You might see someone clinging to a dream they never chase, and wonder if you are guilty of the same. But here's the twist the universe hides. What you see is not only a warning of what could happen, it is also a reminder of what you can rise above. The mirror shows two futures, the one where you remain stuck, and the one where you break free. Which one will you choose? Virgo, the danger of the mirror test is that it tempts you to judge others instead of learning from them. You may say, that's their life, not mine. But the moment you dismiss it, you miss the prophecy. The mirror is never about them. It is always about you. So, how do you pass the mirror test? By recognizing the reflection and deciding immediately, this will not be my story. You look at the toxic relationship and say, I will not stay stuck like this. You look at the person living in fear and say, I will not let fear write my future. You look at wasted potential and declare, I will not bury my gifts. Every time you speak against the reflection, you break the chain. Every time you reject the shadow, you step into the light. That is how the mirror becomes your ally instead of your enemy. Now, Virgo, let me take you deeper. Sometimes the mirror will not appear in people at all. It will appear in circumstances. Maybe you lose a small amount of money and it feels insignificant. But the mirror whispers, this is what happens if you don't control your finances. Maybe you get into a minor argument and it seems petty. But the mirror says, this is what your relationships will collapse into if you don't heal your communication. Even your dreams may become mirrors. You may dream of being chased, trapped, or lost. Those dreams are not random. They are messages from the subconscious, mirrors of the fears you have not yet faced in waking life. But here's another twist. The mirror does not only show what you fear, it also shows what you secretly desire. You may see someone step into success and feel a pang of envy. That envy is not about them. It is a mirror revealing your own hunger for the same breakthrough. The question is, will you act on it? Or will you ignore it and allow it to become a wound? Virgo, the mirror of destiny is one of the hardest tests because it forces you to stop blaming others and start seeing yourself. And yet, it is also the most liberating, because once you pass the mirror test, you will never again settle for less than your crown. On September 28th, the reflections around you will be sharp, undeniable, and sometimes painful. But every single one is a prophecy. They are warning signs carved into your reality, saying, this could be you, or this could be avoided. Choose wisely. The mirror is not here to punish you. It is here to prepare you. It is the universe's way of holding up a picture of your possible downfall so that you never have to live it. So when you see it, when you recognize that reflection, don't turn away. Don't pretend it has nothing to do with you. Face it. Declare, this is not my destiny, and then step forward into the higher path that is waiting for you. Virgo, the mirror of destiny is not your enemy. It is your wake-up call. And when you pass this test, you prove to the universe that you are ready for the next level of your crown. Virgo, the third shocking sign that your destiny is about to change is something you may already be feeling: the drain of energy. Around September 28th, you may notice sudden exhaustion washing over you for no clear reason. You may wake up feeling heavy, as if your body rested, but your spirit didn't. You may have strange, unsettling dreams that leave you tired instead of refreshed. Or you may find yourself caught in pointless arguments, toxic conversations, or draining environments that leave your soul feeling weaker by the minute. This is not ordinary tiredness. This is not just about sleep, food, or stress. This is a spiritual attack, a test designed to pull your focus away from your crown. The closer you move toward breakthrough, the more forces of resistance rise to slow you down. And Virgo, right now, the universe is asking, will you let your energy be stolen, or will you guard it like the treasure it is? But here's the twist. The drain is not just a punishment, it is a test of focus. The energy you lose is meant to make you ask, where am I leaking power? What am I giving attention to that does not serve my destiny? If you surrender to the drain, you will remain stuck in cycles of weakness, doubt, and delay. But if you resist, if you block the leaks and protect your spirit, you will unlock a flood of miracles waiting on the other side of this test. Virgo, you must understand this truth. Your energy is your wealth. Money can be regained, opportunities can return. But once your energy is drained, time is lost. And time is the most precious currency of all. That is why the universe is warning you now. Guard your energy like a king guards his crown, like a queen guards her throne. Because the stronger you remain during this period, the more unstoppable you will be after September 28th. So how does the drain show up? Sometimes it comes through people. The friend who always calls with drama, but never with joy. The co-worker who thrives on negativity and drags everyone down with them. The family member who pushes your buttons just to see you snap. These are energy vampires, souls who feed on your light because they cannot create their own. Other times, the drain comes through situations. Endless scrolling, wasted hours, toxic habits, or meaningless distractions that pull you away from your higher purpose. You tell yourself it's harmless, but every small leak adds up. One drop doesn't empty the ocean, but drip by drip it becomes dry. And sometimes the drain comes from within. Your own doubts, fears, overthinking, and procrastination, those endless battles inside your mind that leave you tired before you even take action. This is the most dangerous drain of all, because it disguises itself as thought, logic, or self-reflection. But in truth, it is fear wearing a mask. But here's another twist. The drain of energy is also a gift. Reveals exactly where your weaknesses are. It shines a spotlight on the holes in your spirit so you can seal them before you step into your breakthrough. Without the drain, you might never notice what's quietly bleeding your power. Virgo, on September 28th, you must ask yourself hard questions. Who drains me? What habits exhaust me? Which environments pull me down instead of lifting me up? And most importantly, am I willing to release them? Because only when you release the drains can you unleash the miracles. Think of your energy as a sacred river. When the flow is strong, everything grows. Love, money, health, creativity. But if that river is full of leaks, nothing flourishes. The drain is simply the universe pointing at the leaks and saying, fix this now before your blessings arrive. And here lies the prophecy. If you pass this test, if you refuse to waste your energy on betrayal, on distractions, on fear, you will find yourself with a surge of unstoppable power right after September 28th. The floodgates will open. Opportunities that felt stuck will suddenly move. Connections that felt weak will suddenly strengthen. Ideas that felt unclear will suddenly shine with direction. Because the universe does not release miracles into tired hands. It only gives crowns to those strong enough to wear them. Virgo, I must warn you, This sign will not be easy. The drain may show up right before something important. You may feel exhausted just when you need energy the most. You may be tested by arguments or chaos right before a major decision. That is not coincidence. That is the battle before the blessing. So when it happens, do not give in. Rest, but do not quit. Protect your spirit. Choose silence over arguments. Choose boundaries over guilt. Choose focus over distraction. Because every time you protect your energy, you are declaring to the universe, I am ready for the crown. The drain is not here to defeat you, Virgo. It is here to sharpen you. It is proof that your destiny is so powerful, resistance had to rise against it. But you are stronger than the drain. You are wiser than the distractions. And when you pass this test, the miracles that follow will not just refresh you, they will transform you. Virgo, the fourth and final shocking sign is the most powerful of them all, the crown of breakthrough. The crown does not come quietly. It does not arrive wrapped in comfort or ease. Instead, it appears in disguise, looking like rejection, looking like delay, sometimes even looking like complete failure. But that is only the shadow of it. The truth is this: the very moment that feels like your downfall is secretly your coronation. But here's the twist. The universe often hides your greatest blessing inside your greatest challenge. Think of a door slamming in your face. At first, it feels cruel, unfair, maybe even humiliating. You question yourself, why is this happening to me? What did I do wrong? Why does the universe keep blocking me? But Virgo, the truth is, that door was never meant for you. The rejection is not punishment, it's redirection. The delay is not denial, it's divine protection. This is the test of the crown. Will you cry over the closed door? Or will you realize that the closed door is the very push you needed to walk toward your palace? Virgo, destiny is not delivered wrapped in gold. It is revealed in moments of resistance. The crown shows up when you are on the edge of quitting, when your faith is shaking, when you wonder if your prayers are even being heard. It is in those very moments that the universe whispers, stand tall. Your crown is here, but you must look deeper. You must not judge the moment by its disguise. Let me give you an example. Imagine you've been applying for opportunities, jobs, partnerships, projects, and one after the other. You're rejected. You feel drained. You feel invisible. But then, weeks later, you stumble upon an opportunity so aligned with your soul that every rejection suddenly makes sense. That is the crown of breakthrough. Or maybe you've been clinging to a relationship, hoping it will transform, praying they will finally choose you. Then one day, they leave. It feels like betrayal. But months later, you discover that by losing them, you gained yourself. That is the crown of breakthrough. Sometimes your crown will look like losing everything, before you realize that what you lost was actually what was blocking you. Virgo, your crown moment is coming around September 28th. But here's the secret. It won't look shiny at first. It won't come with a trumpet sound or a flashing neon sign saying, "This is your breakthrough." Number. It will come disguised as a struggle, a rejection, a pause. The question is, will you recognize it? Or will you let discouragement blind you? The crown test works like this. The universe removes what is no longer aligned. You feel the sting of loss or failure. You are tempted to give up. But if you hold your ground, if you keep walking in faith, you are crowned with a new destiny. Virgo, the key is endurance. The crown is not given to the strongest, the richest, or even the smartest. It is given to the one who refuses to give up when the storm is the loudest. Think back in your own life. How many times have you thought something was the end, only to realize later it was the beginning of something greater? That's not coincidence. That's pattern. That's prophecy. And on September 28th, this pattern repeats, but on a larger scale. This is not just another day. This is a checkpoint in your timeline. A karmic door is opening, and the universe will crown those who pass the test. Virgo, let me speak to your heart right now. You may feel like you've been overlooked. You may feel like you've been fighting invisible battles, carrying weight that nobody else sees, working hard without recognition. But the universe sees it all, and this is why the crown is coming to you. But remember, your crown won't be handed, it must be claimed. So how do you claim it? When the rejection comes, say, "This is redirection." When the delay comes, say, "This is protection." When the failure comes, say, "This is the door to my palace." Your words shape your reality. Your energy writes your prophecy. Virgo, you are not being punished. You are being positioned to rise, positioned to lead, positioned to wear the crown that was always yours. The crown of breakthrough is not just about success. It's about identity. It's about finally realizing who you are, chosen, destined, unstoppable. The betrayal was meant to strip away false people. The mirror was meant to expose hidden fears. The drain was meant to test your energy. And now the crown is meant to reveal your true self. Do you see it? Each sign was building you. Each test was shaping you. Each challenge was training you to carry the crown without dropping it. Virgo, September 28th is your crowning moment. Do not miss it. When the rejection shows up, when the delay stings, when the failure cuts deep, smile, because that's the disguise of your throne. That's the mask hiding your victory. The universe is asking, will you recognize your crown? Will you step into it even when it doesn't look like one? Your answer will decide your next decade. This is your time. This is your breakthrough. This is your crown. Type, "Crown me now," if you are claiming your breakthrough. Virgo, listen closely now, because this is where everything comes together. September 28th, 2025 is not just about 4 separate signs. It is a prophecy date, a divine checkpoint, a karmic doorway that will decide how the next chapter of your life unfolds. If you connect the shadow, the mirror, the drain, and the crown, you'll see the hidden pattern. The shadow of betrayal comes first. Why? Because the universe must tear away the false before you can walk in truth. It reveals the masks. It exposes the weak bonds. It forces you to separate from what cannot carry you forward. That is step 1. Then comes the mirror of destiny. After the false is removed, you are shown yourself. Not your surface self, but your hidden self. The fears, the doubts, the patterns that quietly sabotage your blessings. The mirror is painful because it shows you what you most avoid. But it is necessary, because how can you walk into your crown if you're still chained by invisible fears? Then arrives the drain of energy. After betrayal and reflection, the spiritual test intensifies. You feel tired. You feel attacked. You feel like everything is pulling you down. But the drain is not random. It's the universe checking your focus. Can you guard your energy? Can you resist distractions? Can you refuse to feed what drains you and instead invest in what builds you? That is step 3. And finally, the crown of breakthrough. The moment where all the pain, all the tests, all the tears crystallize into victory. But it doesn't look like a crown at first. It shows up as rejection, delay, or failure. The very thing that breaks your heart is the same thing that lifts you higher. This is the final stage. This is where the universe places the crown in your hands. But here's the twist. You must choose it. The universe can bring you to the doorway, but it cannot push you through. Destiny is not automatic. Fate is earned by faith, by action, by courage. Virgo, this is the prophecy of September 28th. The shadow cuts away the false. The mirror reveals the truth. The drain tests your power. The crown seals your destiny. If you pass all four, you step into a new decade of blessings, abundance, and divine alignment. If you resist them, if you ignore the signs, your destiny freezes. You stay in cycles of betrayal, fear, exhaustion, and missed opportunities until 2033. This is why September 28th is not a random date. It is a crossroad. It is a cosmic contract moment. Think about it, Virgo. Haven't you felt this energy building? The strange tension in relationships? The sudden waves of tiredness? The mirror moments where you see your fears reflected in others? These aren't coincidences. They are signs. The prophecy is already in motion. The universe is asking you one question. Will you rise or will you repeat? Imagine two Virgos on September 28th. The first sees betrayal and collapses in bitterness. They see the mirror and deny it. They feel the drain and surrender to exhaustion. They face the rejection of the crown moment and quit. For them, destiny freezes. The cycle repeats. Nothing changes. But the second Virgo sees differently. They recognize betrayal as revelation. They see the mirror and confront their fear. They protect their energy through the drain. And when rejection hits, they whisper, "This is my crown." For them, destiny unlocks. A flood of blessings begins. Their timeline shifts for the next decade. Which Virgo will you be? This is why I call September 28th the prophecy day. Because what happens on that date will echo for years. And Virgo, you are not powerless. You are not a victim of the stars. You are the co-creator of your destiny. You can choose. You can align. You can claim the path that was written for you before you were even born. The shadow, the mirror, the drain, the crown, these are not punishments. They are activations. They are the keys that unlock your next chapter. But the key only works if you use it. So let me ask you now, Virgo, are you ready? Are you ready to step into the prophecy, to stop living small, to stop doubting yourself, to stop settling for less than your divine inheritance? Are you ready to walk through the fire and claim your throne? Because September 28th will demand an answer. The choice will not be easy, but it will be simple. Rise or repeat. If you rise, your destiny opens. If you repeat, your destiny freezes. This is the crossroads. This is the prophecy. This is your moment. I choose my destiny if you're ready to step into it. Virgo, this is not just a statement, it's a declaration. It's you saying to the universe, I am ready, I am awake, I am claiming my place in destiny. The prophecy has been revealed. Now the question is, what will you do with it? Virgo, September 28th, 2025 is not just another date on the calendar, it is the day the universe stops whispering and begins demanding an answer. This is the moment where destiny bends, where timelines split, and where your soul is tested. The question is simple but heavy. Will you collapse under betrayal, fear, and energy drains? Or will you rise, claim your reflection, and wear the crown that was always meant for you? The shadow, the mirror, the drain, the crown. 4 shocking signs, 4 destiny tests, 4 steps that decide whether you stay bound in cycles or rise into freedom, abundance, and alignment. But here's the twist. The final prophecy is not written in the stars. It is written by you. Fate opens the door, but only your voice, your declaration, your courage can walk you through it. If you speak it, you claim it. If you hide it, you lose it. Destiny is not passive. It demands participation. Virgo, the universe is watching. Your spirit guides are watching. The next decade of your life is waiting. What will you declare? Do not stay silent. Do not hesitate. This is your call to action. Speak it. Declare it. Claim it. Right now, Virgo, let your voice echo into the cosmos. I claim my destiny. Say it once, say it twice, say it 10 times until your spirit believes it, because every word is a seed, and the more you plant, the greater your harvest will be. This is not a game. This is your crown. This is your breakthrough. This is the day everything changes. So Virgo, I leave you with this final truth. Your destiny is already written in light, but it only becomes real when you claim it. September 28th is your moment. Don't let it pass. Speak it now and watch how the universe responds.